of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with project number 5. Yes. Which is stuff. Things random user generator. Okay. We are definitely now starting to really near the end of this whole thing. There are a couple kind of last components, minor styling things, and a couple, I don't know, I guess it's functionality things. I think the last major functionality thing is adding in this bit here. So, how to calculate the time it takes to fully load the page. I'm really not too sure where to begin with that particular bit, but if we were to Google it, I think we might be off to an okay start. You, developer, hey there, little kitty, you are perfectly in the way. You're a cat. What was that noise? Little kitty? What's that? What's that wiggly fingers? Oh yeah, you're a good cat. So, how to calculate? What else was there? Okay, 3 things. Oh, transitions. Where are you going, cat? Are you assuming? Oh god, are you assuming the napping position? I can't tell what you want. God, claws. You're just so full of love. Very sharp, painful love. Okay. Little kitty's good. She's napping with claws. Oh, he's an aggressive napper. Although she's always been an aggressive napper. Be sleepy and content. Oh, oh my god, you're falling. You're listing. What am I looking for? I am looking for the following. When we click on stuff user generated in blah second. Well, that's what I want. Link generated blah second. You know what? Kind of an unorthodox way of checking things out, but let's look for the what do we want to look for? Anything at all. You know what? Even down here, meet the Google Pixel 2. No. A thing. We need a thing to look at. Cats. So cats are good. There should be a thing where it says, here, about 859 million results in just over a half second. 0.6 seconds. This is what I want. Copy. Not copy, but inspect. Now. About blank 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 n NOBR. Exactly is it though? NOBR result stats. Yeah. What is? How are they getting that? Computed? No. Event listener style. Console. Sources, security audits. Damn. Add, edit. Well, death. I thought I would be able to backtrack my way. But I'm just too clueless. Okay, so, what would it be? It would be, so seconds, results. What do you think we should look for? I don't even know what to Google. Page. JavaScript. Page. Load time. Calculating page load time. Yeah, let's go with that. And web coding easy, that also sounds comforting. Calculating page load time. I'm trying to make a web page that when it starts loading, uses an interval to start a timer. When the page fully loads, it stops the timer, but 99% of the time I get measurements of 0. Blah, 0.1. Even if it takes longer, occasionally it says something like blank, blank, blank. Here's the code, blah, 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 blah. Do never use that interval or set timeout for time measure. Kind of a weird grammatical execution or implementation of that, but nevertheless, point still stands. We'll go with never use or don't ever use. But don't never use set interval or set timeout for time measuring. They are unreliable, and it is very likely that the JavaScript execution scheduling during a document parsing and displaying is delayed. Instead, use the date object to create a timestamp when your page began loading and calculate the difference to the time when the page been fully loaded. Sounds confusing. So, HTML, head, script, Java stuff, which we've linked to our JavaScript. That's right down here. So that bit's done with. Okay, do all the stuff you need to do, head and body, put everything in here. Right, and then in the JavaScript portion. Oh, once document is ready. Interesting. Document ready function, console log, time until DOM ready, date now, minus timer start. And then we'll do window load function, console log, time until everything loaded okay, date now, minus timer start. So transform this a bit so it would alert the number instead, blah, 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 blah. Why so complicated when you can do variable load time, window performance timing, DOM content loaded event end, minus window performance timing navigation start. You need more times checks. Check out the window performance object. Let's log window performance. We'll show you the timing object. Wow, connect and start. DOM complete. Which we're looking DOM content loaded and event ended. DOM content loaded event started. And they're using event end minus navigation start. Not exactly sure which one I'll be using. I kind of like this one. That's interesting. The window performance. Don't mind me, our nose is just little kitty. It's wafting her fur everywhere even though she's napping. Alright. We might live. Might. No guarantees. The other thing is I feel like I should save this for tomorrow and continue dealing with the CSS nonsense, although technically we've been doing CSS stuff for the last 2 days, just kind of slowly chipping away at it, piecing life together. I don't think it's necessary. Well, we did do the JavaScript flag yesterday. That was a little nightmarish. Since we did CSS the last day or two, couple days, I don't know, I wanted to force myself to do something a little more involved, but now that memory serves, we just endured that nightmare last night, so maybe we should just relax and focus on the CSS stuff. We're so close. You know what, we'll implement this. I think we'll try both. Copy. No. This. Copy. Document ready. Versus window load. Is it weird to set it at the bottom? I don't think it's super weird. Might be slightly odd, but I think worse things have happened. Man, save. Because I'm not even 1000% sure what's actually going to happen with this. So, refresh. Okay, we pissed off a lot of people. Cool. Document.ready function. Console log. Blankety blah. Typical. And then down here, a window load function, blah. Yeah, that was a tragic idea. And to top off the tragic idea, you need more times, check out blank. Copy. Let's see where this particular rabbit hole leads. I'm assuming more pain and suffering. And, console log load times. B. Blah. Cool. Save. Back to our little slice of hell. Okay, hey, that did a thing. This, oh, come on. It's a thing, remember? It does something. I don't remember exactly what it does, but it does something. Here's a stray quote. Or not a stray quote, a stray comma. Just sitting there. Who the invited? You know whose comma that is? That comma is this comma. From the CSS. Swear to God, it is. Look at this. It's because they're sharing the content. That's what's going on. This. They're sharing that. Those stickers. Who is benefiting from this? Why is nationality after there? Are they actually benefiting it? No. Location and age both have their own thing. Nationality doesn't need this little bit. And with that said, I get the feeling that I'm not gonna crack this particular puzzle tonight regarding the time fiasco. I don't think I'm mentally ready to tackle this. I think this is more of a daytime nightmare. It is right there, but that it's scary. That's 1970 staring us in the face, and I don't know the last time anyone's been to the 1970s, but yeah, we're it's not something you do on a Tuesday night at 12:17 a.m. in the morning, 0:17 in the morning. No, no, that's not for me. We're going to comment out this noise, and we're just going to focus on CSS stuff because that doesn't make my head hurt. Let's back out of this and double check everything is kosher. Save, 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 save. Here's this. And did we save the CSS? I don't know if we did. We did again now. Looks like, yes, the comma is gone. Fantastic. And we're supposed to put something somewhere now. Oh, we're continuing changing. Border radius. That's what I want. Border radius. At least I think it's border radius. Isn't it a percentage or like pixels? 10%? Is that too much? I don't know. Save, save, save. Fresh. Ah, yeah, look at that. Let's ramp it up to 25%. We'd probably be safe with like 17, but let's check the extremes. Okay, there's a lot going on there. Rightfully so. 15? No. 5. Save. Man. Save. It's just kind of elliptical, you know? The edges. I know it's a rectangle, but still, I was kind of hoping it would be more squared off. Maybe it's because I'm doing a percentage. Maybe it needs to be pixels. 20 pixels. Yes, it is pixels, and it was a percentage thing. Oh my god, who would have known? Well, what happens if I do M's? Can I do it with M's? Let's do 10. No, 10 M's is going to be huge. M's escalate exponentially. Let's do 4 M's. If M's are possible. So percentage gave us the elliptical curve. Pixels gave us a squared feel, which is much better. Closer to what Topher had. But I'm looking, I think we could live with, what was it? I think that's 5 pixels. Let's save this, refresh. This is like a combination of both. Save. Yeah, I want to be that guy. Let's do that. Hey, Toasty. Good morning. How are you doing? Hopefully your day is off to a decent start. We are continuing on with just some of the final touches for the, what's it called? CSS. The general feel of the project and border. Let's increase that to, let's also do, no, we'll do 4. No, 2 M's. I don't know what it is about M's. I just like the idea that it's like a ratio unit. Maybe it's bad for business in the future. Maybe I'm putting too much. Holy no. 0.4 at best. At best. You can even get away with 0.2. Okay, 2.5. Yeah, that's right. We can also make it the same fascinating shade of green. Let's do this. Wait, no, that's username. Yeah, we'll do that shade of green. Not the username, but the color here. Copy. La da da dee 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 la da 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 dee 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 da da dee dee dee. Oh crap, that's the border. Is there a border color? There is a border color. Oh, coding's fantastic. It's so interesting. Look at all these tools. That's so cool. Look at that. Save. Refresh. Ah! It worked. Deal with it. Even figured it out. Now that's going to be interesting. How would I go about implementing that same thing? I feel like when I go to do 0.25 M's in the smaller square, they're not going to be as happy about it as I am. I think there's going to be some frustration when I put that in there. What to do. See, so that's a box straight across. I want buttons to be border radius and border color. Copy. But I don't want it to be border color. I want it to be border. Is there a background? No. I would do both the border color and I would do the background for the div. Background color. Aha, see that? Interesting. No one thought Steven would figure that out. Copy. I'm trying to get this little... I guess, you know what, you're right, Toasty. Border background. Yeah, that there's... Because the border is just the limit. There is no background for the border. It is entirely background. As I say it out loud after reading your comment, you're right. That's insanity. It is late. It's 12:30, well, 12:25 or 0:25, whatever time scale you prefer, but this is why we backed away from the time generation, the load time. We're saving the time calculation for tomorrow. This guy. We've got it waiting in the wind. It's prepped, ready to go. We've got a giant, like 14 character millisecond countdown from 1970 waiting in the background. But no, we're not ready for that. We can barely color our borders, our border backgrounds. This is as good as it's going to get for tonight. Just a little bit of CSS. And continuing on. So there's that. And I want to do this in stages. For this, save. Refresh. Oh crap, that's Topher's. Oh, you big dumb idiot, Steven. No. Okay. Refresh this. So, black box, square corners, get ready, refresh. Oh, that's kind of cool. I thought it was only going to be rounded at the top, but it's rounded at the bottom. Maybe I don't need to fill in the stuff, or I could and add more space below it. Toasty's right. Let's add a margin space on the lower side. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's be that guy. Okay. So, when in Rome, background color. Save. Refresh. Good. Maybe. I think we want... Now I'm confused because I don't know for the div, if I do margin, if it's going to put it on the inside of the container, like where the buttons are, and if it's going to raise the buttons inside of the grain container, or if it's actually going to apply it to the outside and move the whole bar away from the outer edge, kind of like how generate is further away from the bottom of the main box border. That's what I'm hoping for. Toasty, border, bottom, left, radius, border, bottom, right, radius. Oh, I can individually curve the corners? This is magic. Cool. Okay. Margin is outer. Padding is inner. See? This is why Toasty's here. Ladies and gentlemen. And robots. Okay. Good. So, let's nestle these together. Border, radius, top, right. Yeah. I think that'll actually be easier. And copy. Well, hold on. Because right now the whole thing's round, so I was thinking of raising it up and then getting rid of the solid background. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about that. But originally, I was envisioning just the tops would be curved, and it would still be attached at the bottom. So let's see how that looks. Tops and border. Top. left radius 2 ems. Save. Fresh. Yeah, that guy. I was thinking of something like that. Now I don't really need to raise it. Now I don't have to do the margin thing. Because before, when it was all round, visually I think it would have been better if it was just floating there. But now I think anchored to the bottom is a little more comforting. But that's golden. That's golden. Knowing that I can do that. What am I on the hunt for now? I'd like to... We don't have it yet, but we will. See here, user generated in blah seconds, which is tons of fun. But for ours, we don't have that text. We've got the premonition of the time coming tomorrow. We need to figure out how we implement that. I think it's pretty similar to how we did the rest of the time stuff, because all the calculations, which we did for age, hail from the 1970s. So I'm pretty sure we can do something slightly similar to that to run all that noise through. But as far as the styling goes, we can still prep that. Just kind of a test area, generic comment, user generated in, copy. So here would be div time generated. We'll do it create time, user time, gen time. Yeah, gen time for sure. ID. I know class and ID aren't both needed, but still, it's just, that's what we've been doing for this project, because we've been using class for CSS and ID for JavaScript. As we progress through more and more projects, we'll get closer to using class primarily and ID only when necessary, and whatnot. But yeah, so Toasty, runtime and duration. I like runtime, because then we don't need to do the capital T. Runtime. Okay, there's that. Run time. But we will have a paragraph in the meantime, which will hold user generated in 1, 2, 3. Save. Where will that be placed? That is inside the user div. I think I actually want it outside the main div. So the main div holds all of the buttons. So I want this guy cut to actually hang out down below. That's the main div, and I want it to be outside. Ta-da! Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Save, and we are refreshing. Clickety-clack. Yeah, gosh. Missed it by that much. Cut. Cut. Because there was main div and user div, and I missed it. I was still inside user. Or I was outside of user, inside main. There we go. Save, save, save. And for this, we can do copy. Save, 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 refresh. User generated in. And this will be runtime. Buttons. Dot runtime. Flex and center. Actually, I think we want flex center. That's what we want. This justify content is horizontal. The reason why we have flex direction column, I actually want to move that above. Copy. We'll cut. Align items when you do flex direction. It turns everything, and then you have to use the alternate axis. And align items is the vertical axis. So, but since you're turning it, align items adjust things horizontally once you rotate. So this isn't being rotated, so we use the normal horizontal justify content. Save, 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 and refresh. Beautiful. Outstanding. Now, do I want to give it a border? I was thinking of possibly moving it up and completing the other side of the green. And then if I did complete that bubble at the bottom, I want to have it in the blue text. So we should find the blue font at least. Copy. This is cool. I know this, it's just, I haven't really done much creative CSS stuff for any of the projects. So even just this minor little bit as I tweak, it is fascinating to at least myself. Now that's the whole runtime div. Should I be styling? Yeah, I should be styling the div because we're eventually probably going to be getting rid of that paragraph element. So I should style the div, not the paragraph element. Because chances are we're going to be updating that div with data the same way we've been updating everything else. Document get element by ID. Which is why it also has the runtime ID. We can update it when we get our calculations all sorted out for load time and figuring out how to do the math from the 1970s. So that's that. Tons of good stuff to come. Let's keep chipping away at this for a little bit longer, and we should be good. So user generated in runtime color. Save, save, save. Refresh. Oh no, we don't want that color. That was a stupid color. Bad, Steven. Bad. Comment out. Save. Refresh. We don't even want to look at that color. That was a lie. Color is full of wrongness. No. This is the color we want. So color. Save, save, save. Copy. And refresh. Good, but we need to style it properly. I think we will do just bold text and sans serif. Font family. Sans serif. Because I can't stand looking at that any longer. Much better. Should we state that it's 1M? Font size. I feel like it's better to establish the foundation with details and just leave it as some ambiguous thing. And from here, we will do bold, font, weight, font weight? Yeah, font weight. Bold. Fresh. Cool. Cool. Now, how can I get main and user generated? I'm trying to piece this together. How? Maybe that's good enough as is. I think I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. Well, border. Let's see how crazy we can get. Let's do border bottom. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh god. Bottom. Left radius and border unicorn. Glorious TV. How are you doing? Hopefully your day/night is going well. We are just tinkering with some CSS nonsense. Border bottom. Toasty, this is so cool that we can identify the specific corners. It's exactly what we need. But what did we need specifically? 2M. 2 M's, not 25, just 2. Good, good, good. Save, save, save. Oh, but we need to give it a border in general. We need to give it all this other nonsense. And whatnot. Copy. You know what? I realized we should adjust the border color here instead of having another line for border color. Kind of unnecessary. Unicorn Glorious TV, very good. Just being a normal unicorn. Hell yeah, that's cool. Doing unicorny things. Love it. Way to go. Now, what were we reflecting on? Right. The fact that I'm glad to see that it overwrites it. That's a handy thing. That is good to know. So let's take this. You know what? I also think the reason why it's overwriting it is because it comes later in the CSS. Pretty sure CSS updates as it goes down the list of elements. What were we looking for? We had this. We want it to be the same type of thing. Oh, we already put it in here. Giggity. Save, save, save. Refresh. Okay. It's giant, it's sad, it's confused, it doesn't know what to do with its life. Totally cool. We're here to guide it. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do here? Okay, not to worry. Not to worry. Maybe it's just a dumb idea. Maybe we don't even need the border. Let's get rid of the border. No, no. Yes. Damn. Life decisions. These are so difficult. Son of a... Okay, okay. Where does the user info come from? Oh, it is... Let's go to the better example. So, it comes from... Technically, randomuser.me/API. all of this goodness. Yeah. So, technically there, but, although I think that's one example of it. And what we're doing is we've got a random user generator that we've constructed. This is towards the end of the project. But we've got our Ajax API calls, and we've got our XHR call, a fetch call, Axios, and jQuery. Each one returns a random user in the same format and fashion. It's just different ways of calling it and setup and prep. That was sort of the goal of this project, was to show me what each one would entail and take. XHR was daunting. This beast was what I was up against, but fetch, a lot shorter. Same with Axios and jQuery. Those were all good. So yeah, that's where that's coming from, and I've got the same setup. XHR, fetch, Axios, and jQuery, and each one has their different, ever-changing user data with each one. So kind of cool. A good little project to test our limits, to expand our limits, expand our horizons. That's what this project was for. In fact, that's what all of these projects that Topher has curated for us are intended to do. Ta-da! So, yeah, we're nearing the end of project number 5, and then we get to dive into probably mouse position. Not sure if we'll make it into mouse position tomorrow, but I think the following day is when we'll get to tackle that one next. So, good time. We were looking at stuff. We were trying to finish up a little bit of CSS for the button. Should I style the button? I think I should. I should style the buttons. The buttons should be gray. I should have 4 gray buttons. Damn it. Okay, 4 gray buttons coming up, and we're going to get rid of the border. The border was a bad idea. You know, at first it seemed like it was going to be okay, but nope. No border for runtime. It's just info. It gets to hang out there at the bottom. Padding, though. We deal with padding now. Padding. Toasty said padding from set the height of the padding area on the top of an element. If I do negative numbers, doesn't it pull it up? Or if I do padding from the bottom, it would pull it up. Let's just do padding from the bottom. And let's do 2 M's just to see what we get. Save. Refresh. The border's gone. That didn't help anyone. I do 20 pixels. Seems kind of excessive for the small amount of space we're working with. Okay, fine. They're pissed. I get it. What about top? To negative 10. Save. I'm not sure this is how any of this works. Crap. How to raise text element. I know. Flexbox. That's how we do it. Display. Content center. Align items. Align items. I remember. Align items. Flex. Start? Yeah, that's the top of the box. Flex end is the bottom. Even remember. And update. Crap. I could have sworn it was that. Maybe it was the padding. Maybe the padding's ruining it. I don't think it is, but I could have sworn align items was the thing that raised the stuff. My only concern is that flex start is the, like, generic value of align items as well. I feel like I'm entering nothing into that field when I choose flex start. Refresh. Oh, Toasty. Okay, Toasty. Inspect the element in the console. You can hover over the element in the code, see what element exactly. That high hint, you still have a paragraph inside that div. Ah, sackash. Okay. Well, damn. That's true. These are all facts. Do I have to have a paragraph element? Can I just have text, like, running freely in my HTML? Isn't that gonna piss people off? Do I need to put it in quotes? You know what? No time like the present to learn. Let's find out. I don't think I've ever just had text floating aimlessly, listing through my code. Holy it works. Oh my god. It works. It works. Did you see that? Let's get the border back. Let's get the border back. I want to see spacing. I want to see spacing. Border. Copy. Oh, this is so awesome. Toasty. For the win. Save. Update. Wow. Look at that. Interesting. Now, technically, because it's such a thin box, we don't really need to worry about having the align items flex start. There's no real breathing room for it. We can go ahead and get rid of that. We can eliminate the border again. That's not saving anyone's day. Save, save, save. Refresh. Beautiful. Yes. Outstanding. This is the world I want to live in. Awesome. Awesome. Good time. So the next bit is kind of styling the button. I don't know if mine's going to be as cool as Topher's, where it hovers over and turns the darker shade of green. I just like to have kind of gray buttons in general. So with that said, I think I need to tackle each one, which they all have their own unique ID. None of them have their own unique class, though. The div as a whole has a class, but each button has its own unique ID. So I want... Oh, crap. Can I... Can I still do, like, button color? Maybe that'll help. Maybe... Button? Button what, though? button. We do button color. Well, let's Google CSS button color. Okay. Awesome. Interesting. Got one of those, yeah, not important. Phone's blowing up. One of the, Amber Alerts, but it says multiple. Oh, I'm crazy because it's like, I thought it said multiple countries. It says multiple counties. Like, usually they don't send out worldwide alerts for that kind of thing. That makes sense. Toasty, either say dot buttons, button, or give each button one of the classes. Dot button? Wait. Oh, so I would do the element. I would do the actual button element. And that would be the background color for CSS button. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I think I am, because those are the only ones. I get that I probably should be using the... I was going to use the ID, but I feel like having 4 individual buttons... Well, I did think of having each button being a different color. But now I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have them all the same color. So all gray. Button is for direct children. Yeah, hash 1, 2, 3. Oh, just add all 4 for 1. That's right, and I did that here. Oh god, that's also a possibility, and that's a great recommendation. So that means I can keep all 4. Okay. Wow, we are really losing it. Thank god the buttons, I think, are the last things that I'm hoping to do tonight, because we are just slipping into delirium. Nothing seems possible. Although that's been the theme of this stream for the last year. Almost year. Is that nothing is possible, and just with blind perseverance and assistance from others, the impossible is in fact achievable. Let's do this. Hash. Why is it's so very, very low? Needlessly low. Let's get some breathing room down here at the bottom. That's better. XHR. I think they're all lowercase, comma. Here we go. XHR fetch, comma. Axios. Yes. Good. And wrap, the last one. I'll remember it. jQuery. 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 And again, I could just do the button element as is, but then if I did that, I wouldn't be utilizing the handy ID, the IDs that I gave all of them. So, see, there's a purpose. This is the same reason why we've got class and age for everything, trying to push the CSS Stevens my own CSS limit. Slightly forward, step by step. So with that said, I can do color or background color, color, and this was location. Did we just do we just did gray, a very generic gray. Who would have known? Oh, well, this would be background color, not color, so we don't even need to copy it. Gray. Isn't there other stuff we were gonna do? The buttons are already kind of curved as is. Font, though. Well, let's see how they look as gray buttons. Save. Refresh. Gray is a little dark. Kinda gloomy. Unless we change the font color. One, there's the white pixel border around it. Anyone else see that? Yeah, what is that? Who is this? Why is that there? And all of the buttons are touching each other. What the hell is that about? How would I center all the buttons? Oh crap, wait, this is another Flexbox issue. This is a Flexbox issue again. Hold on. I'll figure it out. We had our froggy friends from Flexbox Froggy. They were all crammed into the center. There was equal spacing and then really far spacing. To have equal spacing, it was that gosh. I don't remember. We're gonna have to look. Flexbox Froggy. Okay. Here we go. Let's check like level 3. Space around. Justify content space around. That's what it is. The versus, we go to lesson 4. Space between, it spreads them all apart. But if we do space around, ta-da, they all hang out with their own. Trust me, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Now, we can't do it here. We want to do it for buttons up here. Crap, justify content's already centered. Well, justify content is centered. I guess we could give it another div. This is disheartening. No, I don't have to use space between. I could also do padding or margin. Padding. We'll just do... Crap, I can't do auto. Padding left. Padding sets the width of the padding area on the left side of an element, right? On all 4 sides. inherent or inherit Jesus, I don't know, 2 pixels. 2 pixels too little. I'm gonna go back to M's. 0.4 M's. Save, save, save. Refresh. Crap. Didn't work. Auto? Is auto a thing? I think it's margin. I should do margin. Margin has an auto. Aha! It worked! But that's crazy talk. So 0.4 M's. Save. Good, 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 good. Refresh. Ooh, normal reload. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. But maybe we only want it on the sides. What if it's margin left? Point 2 M's and margin right. Point 2. Save, save, save. Okay, okay. Crap, maybe we should have space above. I don't know. Sack of death. What's the right thing to do? Maybe it's not enough. You know what? And these two M's overlap. These are just like generic borders. They're like feelers. And they can touch, I think. At least that's how it seems. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Margin top. Two. Save. Okay, I can live with this. That's good. We're happy. We're golden. Everyone's gonna walk away from this alive. May not seem it like it yet, but eventually this is gonna turn out okay. What to do next though? Save, save, save. We needed to take the stuff. We've got a border crisis, border color, which also needs to be gray. Do you think that'll solve the weird highlighting issue? Why can't we save? There we go. No. See that? The weird highlighting issue? Let's find out together. It does solve our weird problem. How cool is that? That means we can change font style and color. Let's do that. Font family, as we have come to know and love, sans serif. Font color. No. Yes. Wait. Hmm. Style. That's a toughie. Yeah. Style will be bold. No, style will be italic. Weight will be bold, but we can have them italicized anyways. Font weight. No, it won't be italic. That was wrong. That was a lie. That was an assumption. No one should believe that. Color will be white, though. A nice generic see-through white. Here we go. Ta-da! Beep-a-dee-dee-dee-dee. Font size, though. Font size will be 1.2 M's, I think. Didn't we have a 1.2 M somewhere else? Oh, we had a 1.5. Oh, 1.2 for username. Oh, no, that's way too large. I don't know what we're going to have this as. I guess it's okay as is. It's small, it's straightforward, it's there. It's not causing anyone any harm. That's full screen. Do we need it to be larger? We'll do 0.8. 0.8. Save. Refresh. Okay, 0.8 is where we want to be. That's where we're going to live. Happy times. Good. Now, what to do with the following? We were also going to space out all of the stuff in not div class main, but div class user. We're going to space everything out with one M. I think that'd be okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. So user dot user death. What to do? User margin. Top and bottom. Top will be 1M and bottom will be 1M. Save. Okay. We're good. Refresh. Crap. Didn't work. Adding? Maybe it needs to be 2 M's. Yeah, okay, so each one... See, damn. The M's are relative because the padding of the M's, I think, are relative because the fonts are relative because I don't know if that's actually how it works, but that's kind of how it seems. No, I'm just crazy. That's not how it works at all. User adding. Top. Adding bottom. Well, it's clearly moving around the box. Let's do display flex. And oh crap, I just noticed the buttons. And I just noticed Toasty's comment, the buttons and generate new user are inside user. Sack of death. Thank you, Toasty. Thank you for highlighting that. I didn't even notice it. Didn't notice it at all. Stack of... Okay. Well, with that said, let's put those particular bits back, and we can save. And we'll just move generate user and the buttons. Cut outside of the user data and inside the main div. Save. God, I hope that's okay. Ew. I wonder why it has slightly different spacing when it's inside that. That's fascinating. Oh, it has to do with everything tied to the main div. I think flex direction and border and all of that noise. Yeah, that's what was going on. So these are all sharing the same additional nonsense. Interesting. Okay. So then yeah, I do want to get rid of the user stuff. And you know what? It's the same song and dance as this. I can just reference. I don't have to. An option, and it's probably better if I just figure out how to do it via the user method. But I do have the ability to just reference the ID name for each of these and space them out, kind of like this. So let's get rid of that bit. Save. Refresh. I was just trying to put some breathing room between these couple things. And actually, yes. There's only very few that we have to reference because we don't need to reference each div here are 3 items. Here's 2, and that's only the username and whatnot. And actually, I don't even want to space all 3. I just want to separate the 2 from each other. The name and the username. So all I need to do is add a little bit of spacing to the bottom of the username, which would be here. And I think that would be margin bottom. I think. 2 M's. Either margin or padding. Ta-da! 2 M's was a bit much. Little aggressive on the spacing front. About 1.5. 1.2. Yeah, definitely. That's better. That's got a good fit and feel and flow to it, especially when we crack open view the developer window. Yeah, see, look at that. That's comforting. This is where we want to be. Ta-da. That's what I was hoping for. I just figured maybe spread all of them apart, but this is fine. This is golden. Okay. Okay. We've got all kinds of stuff. What do we need to do? I actually think that covers basically all of the... Tomorrow we'll just be focusing on... What will we be focusing on? The main thing is the calculating end seconds. Add a transition between newly generated random use. I think that's something we can also tackle tomorrow. And we already implemented the flag portion. So it's just those last 2. Tophers, it has that fade effect. And it looks like that's just the whole window. So maybe we can do something with the main div. Transition from above or have it, you know, kind of dissolve or fade in. And I think that would be totally cool and fine. I don't think that would be too difficult to implement. But the main focus for tomorrow will be calculating that, and we should basically be done with this nightmare. We're going to try to shoot for a daytime stream tomorrow. I also think we may have a nighttime stream. Like, normally we start minutes before midnight. I think we may be starting the following days, not tomorrow, day 3/19, but day 3/20. So still within 24 hours, like 23 hours from now, I think we're going to be starting a stream a few minutes after midnight. So a super early stream because we've got a busy day at Disneyland on Thursday. So yeah, that's going to be us. We will be out and about, living it up on Thursday. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Technically, we're already into Wednesday, so we're going to do a midday stream Wednesday, and then a super early / late stream minutes after midnight to knock that out. So yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and commit and push this nightmare, and we will be all set. Look at that. It works. I can click on stuff and things happen. Steven, me, crazy person, totally clueless, has made something that functions. And it's not entirely sad to look at. Neat. Okay, so this is good. Toasty, great, have a lot of fun. Yes, indeed. We are looking forward to it. Right, GitHub. That is the final step. Landing this bird. Crack open GitHub. Let's go into OBS. We minimize that, reveal this GitHub desktop. And what did we do today? Today, we did something. It was more CSS stuff. More CSS stuff. That's all the historians want to know. More than I ever got. More CSS stuff. Commit to master. Push. Solving deltas. Thinking and thinking. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's close out of that noise. Get rid of that. There. Verify that everything was successful. Yes, good, good, good. 21 seconds ago. Looking successful. Let's go ahead. Jump into OBS. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to either view the stream and or help out. Today we had Toasty, Unicorn Glorious TV, and thank you for all the awesome strategic tips, Toasty. They were super cool, especially the specific corners. That was awesome, and basically all the other fun ones and ideas. Greatly appreciated. Also, anyone who accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream, any and all views are greatly appreciated. Day 318. Yes, today is day 318. Day 318 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 319 of the year of streaming and learning to code. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.